one of the things that I saw running businesses in distribution in Mexico and in the US was that the only number that pretty much you got at the end of the month was you have 2 million of inventory or 5 million in inventory. And you were hoping that the inventory was good. I remember a guy here in Texas that he said, that's when I know that I will be writing off between 20 to 30% of my inventory because I know not all of our decisions are correct. But that was a bit about it. And I was like, man, it should be a better way to do this. I mean, it's like our body. I mean, you should know what is healthy and what is unhealthy. And you were sharing with me the example about the good and bad cholesterol. Can you share that again? That was awesome.
Well, just the idea that the low density lipoproteins are the things that clog up your veins.
Yeah.
And so they're dangerous.
Yeah.
The high density lipoproteins are coursing through your veins, and they sort of work like Roto-Rooter. They just take away the bad cholesterol.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even actually, that's probably an issue I still have. I have a good overall number, but if there's ever any concern expressed about it, it's that they would like the high density to be a little higher.
Yeah.
So, there's a ratio that they like to see. And I think the same thing is true of inventory for distributors. They look at an overall turn number and an overall gross margin return on investment. But at the end of the day, there are those key items that turn very quickly. And then there are important items that may have a bigger margin, but they don't have to turn them as often, but they're important to the customers. And then there's the inventory that you bought for these good customers who no longer call you, or these good customers who had this project for 2 months, 2 years, a lifetime. And then that project went away, that something was developed that was better.
Yeah.
And so now you got a bunch of inventory that your customer doesn't need anymore.
Yeah. And I think that's what we found out, working in the distribution world, is like, it should be an easier way for us to do that. And that's what we do for our customers, which we provide them what is healthy, what is unhealthy. They can look at that. And more important, they can see how they are tracking to the right spot or not. So as you described before, like really, having a doctor in your side saying, hey, Phil, you're going to the right direction and you're doing the right stuff, that's great. So for all the students that are listening to this video, what is your cholesterol? What is your healthy and unhealthy inventory? And if you know, we are here to help you out.
Intuilize gives you data analysis that you can act on.